Hi, my name is Mary Rinaldi. Thank you for coming in today. The office has sent me in to give you some more information on what we think your condition could be. So the fact that your sore has been unhealed for a long period of time, and also the fact that it's on your face, which is one of the most common areas to be exposed to sun for long periods of time, gives us reason to believe that it could be skin cancer. Now let me give you a little bit more background information on skin cancer. There are three types. There is melanoma, basal cell skin cancer, and squamous cell skin cancer. Squamous cell skin cancer makes up the surface of your skin, which is also called your epidermis, and these cells, when they become infected with cancer, can result in scaly patches. So basal cell skin cancer goes a little bit deeper than your squamous cells, but it's still in your epidermis, and these cells are round. So when they are infected, you can see lumps that are shiny, red, and waxy. Melanoma is when cancer infects your melanocytes, also in your epidermis, and they're actually responsible for the pigment of your skin. So when these cells are impacted, you're going to see spots or moles that are starting to change over a period of time, and there are several symptoms that you could see that I will describe later. So if you do see these and you come in, more than likely we'll remove it, even if we're not entirely sure it's cancer. It's just to be safe than sorry. And once we do remove it, then we will send it off to lab and have it biopsied to see if the cells are in fact malignant or benign. So the people that are at risk for this kind of cancer are people with light eyes, light hair, light skin, people who have a job where they're exposed to sun often, especially during the most intensified time of the day, which is like late morning to early afternoon, because this is when the UV rays are most intense because the sun is closest to the earth. Common jobs would be like construction workers, anything that has to do with being outside for a long period of time. People that use tanning beds have a higher risk for skin cancer because tanning beds are intensified UV rays at a very close proximity. So it is very likely that people who use tanning beds can develop skin cancer. It has also been shown that it could be linked to genetics, so it's important that we get your family history to see if it could be a possibility. So things that you can do to prevent this from happening is sunscreen, and especially sunscreen that has at least 15 SPF, because that's what's going to protect your face from those UV rays, which is what is causing the mutations in your skin. You should also avoid tanning beds because, again, this is a very close proximity of these UV rays, which are damaging. Another thing you can do are skin checks, because the faster you see it and the faster you bring it in when we discover it, the easier it is to treat and the more options we have. Early detection is going to be key in your beating this cancer. So I want to say you're not alone. Skin cancer is one of the most common cancers, and even though it also can be very deadly, it's also very easy to treat with early detection. That's why it's very important to constantly observe your skin, and especially in those areas that you can see and that are exposed to the sun often, like in the summer with your bathing suits. It's very important to have someone check your back. I recommend a partner or a sibling or a family member that you'd be comfortable having checked, because even the ones that you can't see can get cancer, so especially the ones between your shoulders and on your neck and in your spine area. So something you should look for, especially with your moles that change over time. There's a little trick we use. It's called ABCDE, and it's for asymmetry, which means it doesn't look like a circle. It's kind of uneven. A border, which again is like jagged edges, like it's not like I said, a complete circle. C, color, especially a change in color that's dark or black, or something very uneven throughout the entire molar spot. There's diameter, because if you do see a spot, it should be less than the eraser of a pencil. If it's more than that, it could be an indicator of melanoma. And then E, which is evolving, which is, like I've been saying, things that change and seem kind of like all of a sudden, a mole that you had on your face, and then a couple months it's kind of changed colors, it's kind of red, something that you can definitely say is not normal, something that seems out of whack. But either way, even if you're not sure, it's not overreacting if you come and get it checked. It's better to be safe than sorry. And if we do detect it earlier, worst case scenario, you have lots more options, and we will work with you to get every single kind of option available for you. We will help you through this, and it's definitely a beatable cancer. Thank you so much, and if you have any questions, just let me know.